Hello, Leos, and welcome to this, your February reading and predictions. A very warm welcome to each and every one of you. Thank you so much for trusting and clicking upon this video. My name is Marnie, also known as the Intuitive Butterfly. I am a psychic, a medium, a certified counselor, as well as a certified hypnotherapist with more than 25 years experience in this space. This is Cheeseburger, if you haven't already met him. He is the kitten that my son brought home a couple of months ago. What they say about orange cats is true. He is psycho and completely insane. If you don't want to feel like you are living with someone who is unstable, do not get an orange cat. All right, Leo, today we are going to look at where you are at now, what you are focusing on for the month of February, what you don't see coming, some challenges and difficulties that you may face, as well as an outcome and some messages from the universe. You have the Hierophant coming in as your very first card here. As we shift out of January and into the month of February, the Hierophant is coming in. Now, the Hierophant brings with it important messages about the work that we need to do. This is interesting because you have the Eight of Pentacles coming in as your very next card, Leo, and the Eight of Pentacles is about the work that you need to do. The Hierophant. Let's dive into the Hierophant for just a moment. The Hierophant asks us to look at the institutions that have influenced the beliefs that we currently live by. So, the very first institution that most of us are exposed to, of course, is our family. The next institution is usually the society or the culture that we are born into. Religion comes into play here. The educational institutions that we attend, both public, private, post-secondary, etc. We then go into the work institution in our chosen career. Each one of these institutions drops little bits of information on us. In some cases, it might not be little bits. In some cases, it may be very large belief systems that are pushed upon us about what we need to believe, what we need to eat, who can be our friends and who can't be our friends, who we should associate with. All of these things are what come up with the Hierophant. Because as we grow and as we get older, we get to the point where we may question some of the belief systems that we have integrated into our lives unconditionally without asking any questions. But as we get older, we may question, why do I believe this? Why do I believe that just because someone, for example, and this one may be the most controversial one out there, but why do we believe that another person is less than because their religion is different from ours? That's a big one. These are the types of questions that the Hierophant brings into our lives. Another big one that is also controversial is monogamy. Why do we believe in monogamy? Does it resonate for us? It does for some, not for others. Why do we believe that the institution of marriage is two people coming together and staying together for the rest of their lives? Does that resonate for you? Right? Especially people who believe that for a long period of time and then perhaps are in a situation where they're going through a divorce. The Hierophant brings up these questions for them, the big belief systems. And it is work to do the work of the Hierophant, Leo. And then you have the Eight of Pentacles coming in, reinforcing that that work is extremely important for you in 2025. What do you believe, Leo? What resonates for you? And if it doesn't bring you into alignment with the institutions that you were born into and exposed to as a young child and that you had integrated, for basically your life up until this point. What's your next steps? Where do you go from here? All right. Let's take a look at what you are focusing on. Now, I do believe that what you're going to be focusing on going forward in through February and probably until at least June. It's one of the J months, June or July. You're probably still going to be grappling with Hierophant questions, the questions of the belief systems that you were raised with. Typically, when Hierophant energy comes into a reading, it influences our lives for several months because these are the big ones. All right, coming up for what you are focusing on, we have the Four of Pentacles coming in and the Queen of Pentacles coming in. Interesting energies, really. Okay, Four of Pentacles and Queen of Pentacles. Cheeseburger, that's not yours. Please stop trying to chew on my necklace. The Four of Pentacles, let's start out there because we'll start with the smaller number first. You are not allowed to chew on my necklace. Down you go. All right. Four of Pentacles. The Four of Pentacles asks us to explore our relationship with the material world. There are certain people that put more importance on the material world, on their appearance, on their clothes, on their possessions, and other people put far less importance on that and believe that other aspects of their life are important. This card is asking you that during the month of February, you pay attention to your relationship. A lot of the times when the Four of Pentacles comes out, will you stop biting me? That really, really hurts, kitten. Yeah, ouch. Thank you. You're down. A lot of the times when the Four of Pentacles comes up, Leo, what I'm sensing, especially with this Hierophant energy coming in at the end of January, moving into February, that you may be doing a purge in your life during the month of February. Now, it may be an energetic purge, it may be a physical purge, it may be a purge of certain toxic individuals that are in your life, or it may be just looking around your house and going, oh my God, my closet is bursting. I need to do something about this. I seriously don't need this many clothes or this much makeup or I don't know. I would say for the guys, I don't need this many motorcycles, but I'd probably get shot because, guys always need extra motorcycles and cars and so on. But, uh, this may involve going through a garage and going through tools and saying, I really don't need 6 Phillips screwdrivers, right? I get the sense that the Four of Pentacles is about you doing a purge in your life. That moves me into the Queen of Pentacles for your reading. Now, the Queen of Pentacles is the richest queen in the deck. She is contemplating her pentacle here. And she is the queen of abundance. She is the queen of generosity. She's the queen of sharing. She is, she's the queen that reminds us that sometimes less is actually more. The reason I say that is because in the suit of Pentacles, and you have the 8 of Pentacles here, you'll notice that there are 8 pentacles represented on here. On the 9 of Pentacles, it shows 9 pentacles, and the 10, etc. This has 4 pentacles on it. When we get to the Queen, she only has 1. She only has 1 pentacle. Less is sometimes more, Leo. I think that's the lesson that's coming up for you. It's okay to let go of the past. With the Hierophant, let go of past beliefs. Explore your belief systems deeply, by all means. Do the work that's necessary. But these two coming up together, I think less is more. There is one more meaning to the Four of Pentacles. The Four of Pentacles is actually a really loaded card. The Four of Pentacles is also a card of coveting, of you probably know, even if you are not an overly religious person, even if you are not Christian, a lot of people are familiar with the is it the 10 Commandments? And one of them is thou shalt not covet. And it goes on, thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's wife. But the some people believe that it was not always thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's wife. Some people believe that at one time it was thou shalt not covet. And the Four of Pentacles holds that meaning as well for you, Leo. The thing is that this reading is pointing in the direction of you making a huge change and a shift with regards to your belief systems and the way that you live. And that you're looking at attracting more abundance into your life so that you can be in a position of being more generous. When we covet what someone else has, we put ourselves in a place of lack, because when we are wanting, we are sending a message out to the universe that we don't have. And the universe says, oh, you don't have? Okay, here's more you don't have. The other thing about coveting is if you're looking across the street at your neighbor's perfectly large house, and it's beautifully decorated and wonderful, and you're looking at the marriage between the husband and wife that live across the street from you, and you're going, oh my God, I want. The message you're sending to the universe, Leo, is I don't have, and the universe hears that you don't have that, and they send you more of you don't have. But the other thing that you're sending the message out is, I want what they have. But what you may not realize, because you're looking at the superficial, right? Remember, this card is about examining your relationship to the material world and to possessions and so on. If you are craving what someone else has based on appearances alone, you may not recognize that the house across the street is on the verge of going into foreclosure or power of sale. It may be mortgaged all the way up to here. The relationship that you keep putting on a pedestal and craving may be, worst case scenario, an abusive narcissistic interaction and dynamic between the husband and wife behind closed doors. And thus, when they go out, they present this perfect couple, but behind closed doors, it could be nasty and ugly. And if you're craving what they have, then you are bringing that into your life, Leo. So take a really, really good hard look in February at your relationship to the material world. What is it that you want to manifest in 2025? What is it that you want to bring in? Because if what you want to bring in and manifest is based on old belief systems that were not your belief systems to begin with, you just adopted them because of your circumstances. If what you want to manifest is based on coveting what someone else has, the old adage, be careful what you wish for, comes up to the surface in a big way. Let's take a look at your difficult influences and challenges for this work that you are being called to do. This is calling upon you to do a big, deep dive. The Hierophant work is amazing. It's probably some of the most valuable work that you can do in the tarot, in my humble opinion. But it is also, I'm not surprised to see some of these cards come out. It is also sometimes the most difficult because it requires you to break away from ingrained belief systems that you've had from a very young age. In your difficult influences, you have this little beggar coming out. This little beggar is the card that corresponds to the tower. This is the life experience card. This card is indicating that there is a sudden and unexpected change coming on the horizon. You have two cards, the Princess of Winter and the King of Winter, coming in. Both cards correspond to the suit of swords. This would be the Page of Swords and the King of Swords. Both of these characters from the tarot bring you information. The King brings you information that is delivered without any kind of emotion, compassion, or empathy. It's information that the manner in which it's delivered to you makes you go, I'm not going to believe that, because it's delivered in such a cold way. Having said that, however, it's information that you need. In this card, information that can help you, but which may be difficult to hear. So, in your difficult influences, Leo, during the month of February, you have two cards of people bringing you information that you don't necessarily want, but you need. That may be creating this tower moment. Now, here's the thing with towers. Tower moments happen. It's a sudden, unexpected change. It can make us feel uncomfortable. Like this, I'll get into that in just a second. It can be uncomfortable when tower moments come up. It's sudden, unexpected change. But the thing is, it's unexpected change that was necessary to move you into the next level of your growth, to move you away from something that was not serving your highest good. And Leo, right on this card, let go of belief systems that no longer work for you. An important and life-changing event. Let go of belief systems that no longer serve your highest good. This Four of Pentacles. Stop craving what other people have and come into your own. Have your own belief systems. Which brings me to the Three of Pentacles that comes in also in your difficult influences. The Three of Pentacles is about following your passion. What do you want, Leo? Now, this is in your difficult influences because you've got the Hierophant here. All of this outside chatter. Oh, believe this, believe that. Oh, as a member of this institution, you have to believe this. It's making you crazy. It's making you not crazy in the literal sense, but it's making you go back and forth. What do I believe? What do you believe? This is in your difficult influences. This is something that you are working on. What do you believe? Follow your passion. Let's take a look at messages from the universe for Leo for February. Messages from the universe. Okay. Calm is not a weakness. Calm is not a weakness. Yeah. If you've got all this going on, Hierophant, Four of Pentacles, tower moments, people coming in and giving you advice, meditation, withdraw, long walks out in nature, sitting on a beach. However it resonates for you, calm is not a weakness. Let's see what you don't see coming. Leo, I'm getting called in a different direction. Am I going to use a different deck? Yep. All right. Stuck. Leo, what does Leo not see coming? Unexpected for Leo in February. I suspect, Leo, that you already know that tower moment's coming. You saw it coming, and you already know what the information is that you're going to get. It's not really all that unexpected. It's difficult to hear, but it's not unexpected. Yeah. Okay. Leo, Leo, Leo. You've got a decision that you're going to have to make. It's not going to be an easy decision. I'm going to be honest with you. Before I pulled any of these other cards, when I was still talking about the Hierophant here, one of the things that I talked about was the belief system in the institution of marriage, one man, one woman for life. I think that some of what's coming up for you, Leo, may be about a relationship. The information that you need to hear, but that you don't want to hear, might be about a partner. That's why you've got the Tower moment here. You're wanting to manifest that perfect relationship. You're coveting that perfect relationship, but it really, yeah. In what you don't see coming, you have the Three of Swords. The Three of Swords is a card of broken hearts. It's emotional endings. Something is ending. You've got the Tower in your difficult influences and challenges, and now you've got the Three of Swords in what you don't see coming. There is an ending that is happening in February for you, Leo. Is it the end of the world? No. No, because the other cards in what you don't see coming are actually extremely positive cards. And I'm going to get to them in just a moment. First, however, we have the Five of Pentacles coming up. The real reason I think that this is tearing you apart as much as it is, that you are so fearful about an ending, is because there's a fear of the lack of financial abundance going forward. Remember, examine your relationship to the material world, right? Sorry, when I bumped my table, I noticed my microphone went off to the side and all skewed. There's some fear on your part, Leo, that as this ending happens, this Tower, this Three of Swords, that there's going to be a lack of abundance in the future. The next three cards in what you don't see coming are indicating that's just not the case. And having the Queen of Pentacles here and what you were focusing on, right? What you were focusing on is increasing your abundance to the point where you can be the generous, sharing queen. In what you don't see coming, you have the Ace of Swords. That's a new beginning. New beginning. You have to make a decision about money and finances. This is the Two of Pentacles. And once you do all of that, there's a good possibility that there's a new romance on the horizon for you with the Page of Cups. Something new, something budding, something fresh and fun and naive and funky. That's what you don't see coming. That is an extremely positive turnaround from this, but you have to let go of this first. Any last thoughts for Leo? Okay, I'm going to end up having to pick these cards up and mix them up and narrow this down because, yeah, we're not reading that many cards. Okay. General overall outcome for the Leos. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Oh, are you kidding me? Yeah, it is too. Okay. In your general overall outcome, you have two repeat cards from elsewhere in your reading. In your difficult influences, you have the card that's equivalent to the Tower, and in your general overall outcome, you have a repeat of the Tower. This card is in your outcome. This is the Tower, and of course, this card was the Tower. indicating that there is an ending that's happening in February. It's not a bad thing because all of the cards that come immediately following your Tower moments, immediately following your Three of Swords moments, are cards that are filled with positivity, including the Two of Wands. Make that decision, make that choice. Because when you do, you're moving into the Three of Pentacles. Remember this card? Follow your passion. Follow what makes your heart sing. Follow what makes you happy, Leo. Three of Pentacles. That's your outcome. Follow your passion, follow your heart, follow your belief systems, not everybody else's. Don't crave and covet. King and Princess of Winter. There's information, new information coming in February that's going to help you move through into a beautiful, brand new beginning that is going to absolutely make your heart sing. Let's leave it off there. Thank you so much for being here, Leos. I greatly appreciate each and every one of you. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you for your mid-month check-in in the middle of February.